Makes it more a default of being on the opposite side of the fucking screen. I take anything off if I fucking unlog it and I log from the email, so they can't go forth and change anything from the ability of having it on to having it logged off. I got 8 points via the game, and I was able to go forth and get 15% off just downloading it. There are people fucking mocking you from afar. I streamed for 3 hours and I took the log off information off. They know, my parents know I don't really do anything that bad. All that shit on Snapchat is worse than the shit I'm able to fucking even be able to get away with, and they get away with far worse. Now, I had Snapchat since 2016, so when it was originally able to go forth and have an app, then why did they even allow it? It's crazy how it goes in terms of ability of showing all that, and I logged off all of it. I got past 100 attack on that and did all that fair and square. You hear the thing go off. I said it was the Crip team because in Kansas they're Crips. Blood, MS-13, Missouri, and I'm not a gang aficionado, but used to watch Spike TV had all that shit on that gangland shit Channel 38 back in the day on Time Warner Cable, and I post way too much stuff on there, but just demonstrating proof because it didn't seem fair. I was at a fucking place where it couldn't go forth and even be nowhere near around the individual and not realize it was some weird mockumentary type shit where they said they should applaud him with what footage. It wouldn't be, at that time I was paper thin. He kept changing his story about looking thin and looking overweight, looking thin and looking overweight, and they all had tattoos apparently, probably be it, so I don't like Twitch anyway. That's why I preferred YouTube, and I had the ability to know that it kept one of the videos that I had on there via a tank top that, at this whatever reason, isn't really anything that bad. It can't go forth and be weird with you anyway. I had a video of clothes I had before the roof got exchanged into a different, like remodeled, I guess is the word to say, and all that was on there from the beginning to end. I never really did anything that bad, and I fucking have proof of the footage I had at one point. with the clothes that wouldn't match his clothes, as people had no authority to even make up a story like that. The hospital, for whatever reason, after the fact, they had the ability to know that I signed off twice on an ambulance ride. They understood that it was nothing wrong, and I didn't have a device at that point in time. Like, the device was the MP3 player, and up until 2014 was no ability to have anything up until afterwards. And even then, they still can't do anything because all those people do that on Snapchat, where it's just fucking basic, no way of having the authority of blaming somebody for something or even being accountable for them being able to run a mockery and tell them and got a high score. They're saying I was a big fat dude. Maybe I look overweight or somehow like overweight and skinny at the same time. That's what a pear body is. And when you have a pear body, you're fucking diabetic. And in diabetic, you have cancer diagnoses. You have a bunch of moles and your eyes glow one color from another. It's that raincoat fucking disease where one of your eyes glows and the other eye doesn't glow. They don't make fun of a Black Panther fucking guy for having the same diagnosis, and look, they all worship the devil. Marvel has the Sam Raimi guy having a Hispanic girl lift up in some weird, like how Resident Evil 4 had a cult. And I understand all that stuff is back then when it was on a child's fucking play like thing, like the Lunchbox and Nintendo GameCube shit had a demonic fucking force video game, but then they changed it because of the graphics engine limited the ability to load all that shit on there. Like Devil May Cry had loading screens and shit that you can go forth and go back on. All that stuff was limited to what they can do now. I'm not smarter than the fucking guy. Can't go forth and fucking even try to attempt to take someone's identity when I was against the window of somebody else mocking you from apparently they don't get fired if they apparently needed me for something. In that Marvel video game when I was playing Incredible Hulk via a laboratory, somebody walked past and said they needed me for something else. But how come I'm not staying with the person that needs me for something else? I don't even get, if I had gallbladder, why didn't they explain to me then, and why I was able to go forth and go to the hospital in the first place if it was from fucking weird, like, disorder of fucking being able to having to go forth and be disabled. You didn't get fucking raped by anybody. The family wouldn't even have done anything like that. They're fucking weird. Having the ability of having photos, and if this house was somehow surveyed back then, if they knew I didn't get fucked in the ass by anybody because the shit I had didn't have stains or anything on it, apparently being able to demonstrate that. I have all that on a live stream, and they can't go forth and say anything else about a person's family off weird, discriminatory fucking folks. They're fucking discriminatory against you. That's what it is, discriminatory. They don't even do that shit to Joe Hartnett, and he fucking blew up. He fucking blew up fucking effing shit that you have to go forth and run a marathon when they couldn't be Olympically chosen. And they went and blowed up something, but yet the family that had the whatchamacallit, the nurse that fucking, had the authority to fucking give you bad advice didn't believe Joe Hartnett was there, and they had footage of this guy with a book bag and this other guy because they couldn't be medically, or they couldn't be selected to go forth and be anything. And that's how I explain things in terms of stuff that they go forth and did something completely else. They would have been forgiven instead of blowing up everybody. But I was some dumbass, even though fucking had no authority or whatever the fuck people say. That sticks and stones may break my bones, but they can't fucking frame you. How the fuck did they realize they fixed someone's papers back then off something he wouldn't have murdered anybody, and the car was a different make and model? It was a fucking marquee car, wasn't a Crown Vic. I know the differences because they have the paperwork and all that stuff subscribed to being able to understand the description of that, what it had damages, and they're just ignorant and fucking get away with the most craziest shit, those people. I wouldn't be awake then if I was some lazy fucking no good bum. I wouldn't be awake. And I had no way of dropping out anything if they mailed me something in 2008 my blood work. I have video proof, but I kept that stuff private because I know they already know, but they can't go forth and say something that's completely opposite of what occurred. It's fucked up. That show the footage or whatever the fuck they had isn't gonna match the description of whatever. If there was 4 overweight people. Nah, I intercept this shit before it fucking passes it to somebody. I know this isn't Madden, but officially they made a video game in 2008 without the license agreement of having the NFL.